What's up, nerds? So, I got another video about some more people that I suspect are other people. Just two people. One guy, one girl. And yeah, that's what this video is about. I'll talk a little bit more about my next video, which I'm going to make, involving something completely different than what this is. But for the most part, this part of the video is about two people who I suspect are completely other people. And again, they're all in Hollywood. Everybody I've identified so far is all in Hollywood. It's a really bad situation, okay? So I'll get into it, but for the most part, that's what the beginning of this video is about, okay? So thank you for being here, and let's get into it. It's pretty good stuff. I mean, I think so. Okay, so first on the list is this guy Jeremy Strong. Now he's not like the most famous of actors, but he's made quite a few movies. I mean, he's pretty established for himself. Okay, he's been in quite a few movies. Okay, here's his list down here. See what I mean? So he's been in some movies. Been in Black Mass, The Big Short. You know, The Apprentice. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Actually, never mind. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of The Mechanic with what's that guy's name? Statham. All right. Anyway, so the first person is Jeremy Strong. Now, who do I believe Jeremy Strong is? This guy right here. I believe Jeremy Strong is this guy right here. The man from the Curiosity Shop in Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Now, he's not in Legend of Zelda or Ocarina of Time. I believe that he's this guy here from Majora's Mask, which is which is another game. Okay, because they're two separate games. So I believe, but they both came out for the Nintendo 64. I believe that this guy right here, Jeremy Strong, an actor in Hollywood, is really this guy right here from Majora's Mask, the video game. Okay, and that's also into like connection with who I think Britney Spears is, and who I believe Justin Timberlake, how he's a part-time employee, from Legend of Zelda. So there are people here from other places that they're acting like it's like that, like they're not somebody else. And what a coincidence! That's why they're in Hollywood to kind of like capitalize on the whole acting thing. Well, I'm somebody else playing somebody else playing somebody else playing somebody else. My name, here's my name that you think is my name, and I'm hearing all these other movies, making all these movies and going by fake names. Like that's all they're doing is snowballing what they're doing. Okay, like Natalie Portman is so and so in Thor, but Natalie Portman's really Padme Amidala, so her real name is Padme Amidala, and her fake name is Natalie Portman, and now her fake name in Thor is whatever, right? See what I'm saying? Like it's snowballing. That's all they're doing here, okay? That's what Hollywood's for. People who can't do shit. So anyway, I believe that Jeremy Strong is this guy right here, the man who owns the Curiosity Shop in Legend of Zelda. All right, next is Selma Blair. Okay, now she's a pretty famous actress too. She's been in movies like Legally Blonde, Hellboy. This is who I'm talking about. Okay, I probably should use that picture right there, but it's all right. I probably will. Let's see here. She's been in quite a few movies. I think that Hellboy, and then Legally Blonde. Okay, Hellboy 2. Okay, really, maybe nothing too crazy. Anyway, this lady right here, her. I believe, and this is her right here too. Like I have other pictures of her pulled up. She kind of looks like an asshole, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So I believe that Selma Blair, the actress, is actually really Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls. Why? I don't know. I just think she is. She's got the same kind of haircut, the same kind of attitude. I mean, if somebody was going to be Buttercup, if somebody was going to be her in real life, it would most likely be her. I mean, look at her. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I guess I can see that. You're right. If somebody was going to be her, it would probably be her, Selma Blair. She looks like her too. She looks just like Buttercup. To me, she does, but to the average eye, probably not. So that's what this video is about so far, the beginning part. So I believe that just a quick recap. I believe Jeremy Strong is this guy from Legend of Zelda, the man from the Curiosity Shop. He owns the Curiosity Shop. And then Selma Blair from Legally Blonde and Hellboy and all those other movies is actually really Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls. So that means that her real name is Buttercup. Okay? That's what this video is about. And that's what I believe. Okay? Very, very simple. If that's all this video was going to be about, then it would only be about 15 minutes long, but it might be a little bit longer than that. We'll see. Those are like two random people that I've kind of felt that's who they were. That Jeremy Strong guy, I was convinced I was never going to find out who that dude was. And I'm serious. I was convinced. I was like, because I saw him and I was like, all I could do was see him. I was like, I don't know who that. I could see him like chewing gum, like chewing gum with an attitude. And I never thought that I would ever figure out what his name was or who I was looking at, in my mind. And then he came across my computer one day, or today. One day, it came across my computer today, and I looked into him. I was like, "Oh, that's him." And the scene that I saw in my head where he's chewing gum is actually from The Big Short, which is the picture that I pulled up. And I was like, when I first saw that image of him, when I first saw that image of him in my mind, I immediately was like, I know who that dude is. I was like, that's the Curiosity owner. That guy's from Zelda. And I didn't know who that dude was. I just know I saw a guy with glasses and half bald head or whatever and a vest. So like I saw that character before and I saw him before, but I didn't know who that character was and I didn't know who he was. And then I looked into him and then I just I did some extensive research because I was like, this character is real. I know he's real. And I looked up like the fish shop owner and all these, keep owner, all this stuff, market owner, all of it. And none of the pictures were adding up. And then I looked into Majora's Mask and he popped right up as the Curiosity Shop owner, which is the person that I saw before I looked into him. Like I saw before I could put their names to who I was looking at. I saw their pictures. I saw him, Jeremy Strong, before I knew his name, who he was, even though I saw him before, and also the Curiosity Shop owner guy before I knew his name and before I knew who he was. And that's why I was suspicious that those two are him. And the same thing applies with Selma Blair from Hellboy. I did the same thing too. I was like, that's Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls. I knew who she was. I just didn't talk about her. I've had suspicions about her for a long time, like way before this. He's pretty recent, but she's for a while. So that's it. And in my next video, I'm going to talk extensively about more into why I believe I was being covered up and who's really behind it. And it's going to play into some pretty serious stuff because I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Mormon Church religion and how serious it is and how it's prevalent and how it's how it's prevalent to what's going on here and how it's true. And it's kind of rough. It's super rough. But then again, it's not rough because I'm talking about it. It's rough because these people, based off how they're living their lives, know it's true. Like overly kissing someone's ass, receiving lots of money doing it. It's almost like there's something going on here where you want us to believe what you say. Like you want people to believe that and not be questioning something else or be inquisitive. You just want to have full say, like it's just your way or the highway, and only you have something to say. Like Sandra Bullock, for example, was a real huge piece of shit to me my entire life, especially after I cracked Bitcoin, like a complete garbage piece of shit, like popping up on magazines, like staring at me and stuff. It was like really bad, like at first, right when I went Super Saiyan. I can't stand her for shit. And there, not to talk about her, but what I'm saying is that I believe that there's some pretty seriously sinister and adult stuff going on here that is being used for their benefit to ruin your life, and you don't know it, and they're making it seem like it's awesome. And the more you play into it without knowing what the truth is, the better it is for them because of how um, irrelevant they are. And I'll get into that. Okay, like, oh, my life's so amazing, and oh, it's so awesome what I'm doing. But really, it's because you don't know the truth, and you've been told it's this way and not that way, and from the beginning, from the start, and you've been groomed into believing a certain mindset, like the certain people you sleep with, the certain people you have kids with, the certain people you have husbands, certain people you have spouses with or spouses with, plays into their lie, because what you're being told is awesome is actually the exact opposite. But the reason why they want you to think it's awesome is because that's the only people they can associate with, because the real them, the real people they are actually complete pieces of shit who can't involve themselves with people like me and other people like me who know what the truth is. I'm never going to stick my penis in any of these women. They're disgusting. You guys all think they're sexy. You think they're hot. There's a reason why they want you to think they're hot and not know that people are being covered up like me, Vegeta. And that's because guys like me know women like Bullock and those other people, all these other actresses like Charlize Theron and Britney Spears and all those other people are like walking human pieces of garbage that aren't worth dick. And the only dick they can get are the only men that can be with are the men that you believe are the men that you are being to believe are the people to be with. So they're using you. They're using you to push their agenda for themselves. You don't know you're with somebody embarrassing. They do. But they're not going to say anything about it, because the more you play into it, the better it is for them, because they can't be with anybody else. They're only allowed to be with those embarrassing people because guys like me know they're not worth being with. Know that women like Bullock who is doing that, and other people aren't are not worth being with. That's why they're doing it. They're using you. They're ruining your life. You know what I mean? And so as soon as I found this out, I just started talking about it. And you know, you can try and shut me up with your fake money and your retards that you pay money to and show up with or whatever. Because George Carlin's a time traveler. You can do whatever money you can do. You can do whatever they can do. Whatever they need to, as far as they can with money. But they don't have powers. So if all you can do is participate against somebody with money, so you're gonna hire the biggest losers, you're gonna hire the biggest idiots, you're gonna hire the biggest morons who want to get paid money, and no one, you're so something to worry about. No one's gonna believe what's going on, but yet they made the mistake of involving idiots like that in something like this that's going on, and then it gets talked about. It's like, wow, you're an idiot. So this is like some pretty like high profile stuff, and you have the audacity to go to like a local bar and tell some random fucking schmuck about what's going on here. Like that's not going to get that's not going to have some consequences. Like you're even supposed to do that. Fucking dumbasses like Charlize Theron. I mean that fucking bitch is a complete fucking moron. So I don't even know why anybody even gave a shit about Charlize Theron. Talk about an irrelevant fucking loser, lesbian. Like this whole hashtag Me Too shit. What a weird thing to do when you're a lesbian. Well, how the fuck is this hashtag Me Too shit when you're a lesbian? That doesn't make sense. And she's been known for like giving blowjobs and stuff to like giving head to like get into roles in movies for like whatever the reason is, right? Because it's like oh, it's crazy, dude. It's like, oh, alternate reality is like, oh, you're famous here, but this isn't reality. It's all set up for you. Like we're living this life now because a movie was made about it. And it's like, no, dude, we're not doing that. And do you want to know why we're not doing that? Because all you fucking retards ran there and fucking did it all for yourselves. It's like Hollywood. If we were to live the life of the Avengers, are you a fucking Avenger? No. Am I a fucking Avenger? No, I'm Vegeta, by the way. Am I an Avenger? No. But Tom Hiddleston is. He's gonna run around and, oh, you're so fucking famous. Dude, a jackass. So now you gotta live their fucking lie all over again? I'm putting a stop to this. The answer is no, we're not doing that. That's fucking retarded. And that's what you get for fucking cheating. So you're walking away. You want it all. Okay, it happens. You bet on black, right? At the roulette table or whatever. You bet everything you had, your reputation, and which you were lying about the whole time, and everything you had going on. You bet, and then you lost. So what happens when you lose, everybody? What happens when you go to the casino? I don't care who you're the daughter of, Charlize Theron, daughter of Zeus, and all this other shit, right? Oh, rules don't apply to me. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, right, it does. Yeah, right, it doesn't. So you go to a casino, you bet everything you've got, everything, the house, the cat, the dog, the car, your reputation, your life, your livelihood. You bet it all, thinking that no one's gonna know what's going on here at all whatsoever. It's not gonna get explained at all. People are being covered up. You're not famous. You're a lying sack of shit. You're a witch or whatever, right? And then you fucking lose. What happens when you fucking bet everything and you lose? Does the casino go, oh, it's okay. We know you made a mistake. Here's all your money. Here's everything back. And you can leave. You can just walk out like it didn't happen. The fuck it does, dude. All your shit goes to the fucking house and you walk out empty handed. Fucking high heels off and everything. You walk the fuck out with the shirt on your back, if that. This is all bullshit. It's all liars talking out of their ass the whole time. Oh, nothing applies to me. I'm so famous. I can do the same things you do that sends you to prison or whatever, and I'll do it. And I'll just walk away scot free. I'll walk away. Not guilty. Fucking bullshit. Bullshit. You're guilty, and you fucking know it. These videos, by the way, are badass as fuck because I'm extraordinarily powerful. I mean, beyond powerful. I'm doing fucking shit on a daily basis that people aren't doing at all. I mean, it's like crazy stuff, man. It's hard to explain, but like I'm really powerful, way more than any kind of like agency could ever like get their hands on, like the CIA or like anything. It's over with. So that's not happening. I'm really powerful after cracking Bitcoin. I mean, the peak of my power happened when I was in my house before I burnt it down. I mean, the peak of it. I just went Super Saiyan, didn't know who I was, just fucking straight up raw ass energy, and then I fucking threw my hands and shot 3 rockets out of my fists. Like I threw 3 punches. I threw 3 punches and shot 3 rockets out of my fists. And this is somebody who wasn't raised up to be Vegeta, raised up to be some fucking asshole for Jeff Goldblum because he's a fucking 6 foot bitch who can't go Super Saiyan. That motherfucker is my dad, and he wanted me to be raised up to not be who I am because his goal as King Vegeta to Prince Vegeta was to stop Prince Vegeta from going Super Saiyan because he is a descendant of the evil Saiyans who was against Yamoshi. I am a descendant of Yamoshi. So in order to stop that legend from being true, you might as well stop somebody who's a descendant of Yamoshi from going Super Saiyan because if that descendant goes Super Saiyan, then the legends are true, and you're a sack of shit. So guess what, Jeff Goldblum? Your entire life is being stuck up your ass, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're fucked, and that's it. You're 70 years old, no one gives a shit. I don't care how old you are now. I don't care. I don't care. You can die when you're 80. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. So, not to talk about like death and all that, what I'm saying is like he's actually a complete fucking liar and you shouldn't care about him at all. Does he care about you? No, he doesn't. His movies are not there for your entertainment. His movies are there to take money out of your fucking pocket so that way you get told what to do by fucking little dick lizards and all these other fucking idiots around here. First it was your money out of your pocket, now it's your fucking guns. And then soon it's to be your daughters and your sons and shit. It's pretty fucked up bad what I caught this fucking pussy doing. And he's going to be dealt with personally and swiftly, with no remorse at all whatsoever. The answer is no. Apology unaccepted. If you don't fucking like what's happening to you, Jeff Goldblum, then I highly suggest you do what the fuck I did and go super and stop fucking making movies in Hollywood with Ariana Grande and Natalie Portman and your fucking pet ferrets and shit. Do what the fuck it is a saying does and shut the fuck up. If not, shut the fuck up. No one gives a fuck about your life in Hollywood or you in general. Now that was that rant. I personally believe this is good shit, This is good shit. It is. It's better than sex. It's awesome. It's good. So, something else that I personally believe that I've been looking into is, well, I'm Vegeta. So that must mean that other things are real too. I mean, I'm fucking Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. So other things must be real. It can't just be me, right? Like, I wonder what else is being depicted that's fake is real. And not being talked about by a bunch of dumb assholes who want to run around and act like and because of what's being perceived of where they're at, like Hollywood. Oh well, I what I say matters, and what I say is heard more. Mother, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm the emperor of the universe. There is no authority higher than me. And I'm the god of Mu too. I have both those fucking boxes checked off. Oh, well, there's emperor, and then there's also god. Yeah, I understand that. I'm Emperor Vegeta, and I'm also the god of Mu, the same person. I have both those fucking boxes checked off. You want to keep going? Because I have more boxes checked off. Member of a secret society? Check. And anyway, I just got a lot going on. Like positions and all this other stuff happening. I'm just making sure that these fuckers didn't fucking succeed at all. And not only did they not fuck you over, but they didn't fuck me over at all. And by not fucking me over, they don't fuck you over because I'm on your side. Whether you like it, whether you choose to accept it or not, doesn't matter. My attitude is irrelevant. That's not what matters. What matters is that I have your best interest at heart. I already said this in another video. I don't care about you. I just care about your situation. That's all. I don't really care about you. And I mean that. I don't care about you. But I do care about your situation. Because that's bullshit. Okay? So, after finding out who I am, and all this stuff, and all this comparison, like, I found out, like, a lot of vampires were trying to stop me from going Super Saiyan. Like I said, I'll make a separate video because, I was talking about, Selma Blair and all those other people, but it's like, wow, I was being covered up. I wonder how extensive this plot, I wonder how elaborate this plan was, and I wonder how lame the people were doing it. And come to find out, the biggest fucking idiots ever concocted like the biggest plan ever to cover me up, involved as many fucking people as possible, like vampires to stop me from going Super Saiyan because Super Saiyans have a light and stuff. There's a whole episode of Dragon Ball Z devoted to vampires and darkness and Super Saiyans, Saiyans going super, and producing light in darkness, and now you can see just off that ability alone. And this is all because of Akira Toriyama. You people are so, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, you people are so fucking uncultured, it's not even funny. You're the biggest jackasses ever. Like Akira Toriyama talks about like spirit orbs, the afterlife, and it's like there's spirit orbs like floating all around. I've seen multiple spirit orbs already, like in this just in this apartment alone. Not in my house. Well, outside of my house, I saw stuff like in the woods and stuff. But yeah, actually, yeah, no, I actually really did see some pretty powerful shit in my house. Actually, I saw like really bright orbs. Like they looked like flashlights, but they weren't. Forgot about that. But in this house alone, I saw like spirit orbs. And then you watch Dragon Ball Z, and it's like, well, Akira Toriyama, Yamoshi talks about that. And you watch like all these like people who like lived ordinary lives, nothing like the main character of the cartoon, just ordinary lives, just bumping around like little balls of fire, all in a single file to like go do this and go inherit a body, or go back to Earth, or go whatever. It doesn't matter. Here he talked about that. So you people are like really uncultured. Like you gotta watch Dragon Ball Z. Like a lot of, like vampires have been happening to me, demons, and all this other stuff. And after everything that's happened to me, I watched Dragon Ball Z from beginning to end. And there's like a bunch of shit that's happened to me already, that's happened in Dragon Ball Z, or happens in Dragon Ball Z. Like a lot of stuff, like vampire fangs, everything. The forces of good, the forces of evil, everything. It's all there. Witches, demons, it's all there. And Akira Toriyama, who, if you look into the history of Akira Toriyama, was getting shat on over and fucking over and fucking over again, man. That guy would produce Akira Toriyama is Yamoshi from Dragon Ball Z, the first Saiyan to go super. And he was producing artwork for content here in America. And as soon as they received it, because it was so awesome, they let some other person do artwork instead. And that artwork ended up being complete trash. Like Akira Toriyama's art was better first, and it actually matched and made sense. And then you look at the artwork that's used now, having no idea that Akira Toriyama did artwork for it first, and it just got said no to. And then they use that instead, and it looks like complete shit. It's like that. Why bother? If you weren't going to use his artwork to begin with, then why bother? Oh, it's because we've been rude here the whole time, and we wanted to keep doing it, and that's what we do. That's the only reason. We had no intention of using his artwork at all, and all we are is pieces of shit. So matter if we ask you to do something, we're just gonna be rude to you, and that's how we live our lives. Okay, that's because you're a fucking retard, and I busted you. That's retarded. So you don't do anything else. You don't pay rent. You don't do anything else. You don't have an existence. That's your only existence right there. Is what the fuck it is I just said about you. You have no other purpose besides being a fucking idiot. whatever. That's your fault and nobody else's. So something that I looked into is like, so how elaborate could this be? Because I already caught vampires and all this other stuff, right? Because Saiyans go super and produce light, and vampires are afraid of sunlight, right? So they want you guys against them like the way they want you to. You're being told how to be against. You're being told how to be against somebody by the person who wants you to be against them, because they don't want you doing it. They want you believing in shit that doesn't fucking matter. Okay? For example, they don't want you believing that you don't need a stake and a cross and all their shit to be against a vampire. All you gotta do is kick and punch and fucking kick ass. And, well, have powers. They don't want you knowing powers are real. They want you to think that they're supernatural, they're so fucking amazing, and it's all for them, and they have telekinesis and all their other shit. You guys, I'm like knocking over bottles on my own here. Like, shit's fucking going down for me, and I have to deal with it myself while being harassed by like the most biggest faggot fucking people ever. Sorry, I almost cussed a little too inappropriately. Caught myself there. But the biggest fucking assholes ever. And so I looked into it, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm from outer space. And I'm an alien. And I'm royalty. And I'm being covered up. And I've been harassed by cops and all kinds of other shit by disgusting fucking people who think they can fucking involve people like that and not be humiliated by it. Like Sandra Bullock is a witch, and in all of her movies, she's a cop. She ain't a fucking cop. Weird how I'm being harassed by cops. It's almost like they're paying people who are like way like not allowed to be involved in anything to be involved, and it was a big mistake. That was a bad idea. It's like a volcano of like that was a bad idea. They didn't win, they got busted, and now it's like that was a bad idea. This is gonna snowball in complete failure. You're not progressing forward. You're not gonna go off and do great things and lie more. You're fucked. This is gonna snowball into your defeat. This is bad. Stepping on other people's toes, involving people who are not a part of shit, but somebody else is because they're being covered up, and now you're shitting on those people, and they don't want those people that you involved in this person's life that you're covering up to be involved because that person's involved with them, and you involve these losers in their life, like some inbred lesbian idiot like Charlize Theron, hiring people who are losers to be in someone's life like me who's covered up. But yeah, she wants to like make movies about me like Atomic Blonde. Atomic Blonde, Berlin, cracking Bitcoin, German, mine Bitcoin. Like, come on, everybody. And I went Super Saiyan because of it. That fucking bitch is a piece of shit. There's no way around it. And a loser, too. And she ain't the daughter of Zeus. So I looked into it, and I'm like, well, so I come from outer space, and I'm royalty. And how is that being depicted here? Well, when was the last time that cops ever went into the royal palace in England and gave the Queen of England, who was just a fucking lizard, nothing else, just a lizard? When was the last time cops went into the palace and gave her shit? Audited her or did any kind of like investigation into like her life or existence or any kind of crimes they're committing at all, any suspicion, any hunches? Never. Her entire fucking life, just one big ass wiped session, and then she fucking died. And I can tell you right now, she's not off my fucking radar. That was a big mistake too, bitch. That was a big mistake. So because she's a fucking lizard. So based off that information about me being royalty from outer space, I'm like, okay, well, who could have possibly be a part of this? I believe Oa from the Justice League. I believe Oa is involved with covering me up. And there's multiple reasons why. Because being royalty, I'm allowed to be Emperor of the Universe. I check all the boxes. I check all the boxes that I check all the boxes that don't say no and say yes. Super Saiyans that go super, their color. I think I talked about this in another video. You just gotta look it up, but you're not, because you're more worried about other people's. You're more worried about being lied to, because you're worried about you're worried that you might have done something that was a mistake, and that because it's a mistake, and that other people are being punished just like you, and there's no way out, that you're screwed. And well, that's the facts. If you did something the same, if you did something the same as other people did, and they're getting screwed over, you're gonna get screwed over too. There's no favoritism here. I don't give a fucking shit. I believe that Oa was a part of covering me up because Saiyans go super and they glow yellow. And if you look into it, Oa's weakness, Green Lantern's weakness, is yellow. And also, too, they're cops. They're space pigs. And I'm space royalty. So, based off how it's being depicted here, there ain't no fucking reason at all whatsoever why a Green Lantern should just get a bug up his ass and show up to where the fuck I'm at, asking questions like I give a fuck about him. Because you might show up and you might fucking die. That's why. So, you know what I mean? You're like, yeah, you're obviously guilty. You obviously showed up because you think you think we give a fuck about your lies. Why are you showing up to this guy's place when no cops show up to the Queen of England's place? Oh, it's because he's Vegeta. Okay, you're not leaving. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, and that's what's happening. So, and then other things too, as into like who they gave their rings to. Specifically, you know, guys like Jon Stewart, which I'll make a video about later on, because that plays into, you know, the Mormon Church cartoon and what they believe. And Oa gave a ring to him, acting like it's not true, but the fuck it is. And now they look stupid. And my ability, my attack, I have 3 attacks. I have Gallic Gun, Big Bang, and Final Flash. And Final Flash is powerful enough to destroy a planet. And I'm the Emperor of the Universe. And I went Super Saiyan. And your weakness is yellow. And I glow yellow. And my attack is yellow. It's like a hot knife through fucking butter. That fucking planet is going fucking bye-bye. Especially after what I found out you did. I don't give a fuck about you little 2 feet tall idiots. You're a bunch of morons. And you're in deep shit. I'm talking hot knife through butter, baby. It's not good. It's like, your weakness is yellow. You got nothing. You can't do shit. You're done. That's like Kryptonite to Superman. You know what I mean? Like when Kryptonite gets revealed to Superman, that dude turns into a complete pussy. Well, what do you think happens to every single fucking Green Lantern whenever yellow gets gets presented? They ball up into the fetal position and give up. And seeing as how I glow completely yellow when I go Super Saiyan, and my attack is yellow, like every aspect of that whole fucking situation spells doom. You can't do shit. It's not like there's like, you know, blue in front of the laser or like any of that shit. It's like a yellow laser. Fucking badass. Pretty badass. Pretty badass. And that's why I'm excited to be me. You know, I'm very excited to be me. And it's not my fault that people like me people get touched before they're alive because people do gross shit to try and get away with it and don't, like the people that I caught. They literally tried to get away with touching people before they're alive, and then not have be found out, and not be found that they're disgusting. Like people like Sandra Bullock. You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. I mean, she's made multiple movies about, you know, necromancy. What was it? Practical Magic, where she's like fucking with dead people, and she's the goddess of magic and necromancy. Goddess, my ass. You're a total loser. You know what I mean? It's complete shit. And I'm a prince, and you put your fucking hands on me before I'm alive so you can get away with it, and you didn't? Where the fuck you're going, lady, ain't good. Because everybody knows there what you did here, and everybody knows here what you did here. You're fucked. You're in it. It's like fucking Twin Dragon. That's like double impact, baby. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck, dude. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being someone that stupid? Having to go, she's a witch. So let's say, for example, like she goes and like talks to like, you know, Satan or whatever. That motherfucker already knows that everybody here knows who the fuck she is and what the fuck she did. She's not gonna show up. That motherfucker's been hearing it from me, like, personally. She's not gonna show up. She's not gonna show up and try to like weave some story. That's over. I have more. I've explained more than she ever is going to. She's gonna show up. She's gonna get punished for what she did first, and then show up in hell wherever she's going and get fucking punished there too. It's like fucking blood in, blood out. Blood in, blood out. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. What's happening to people like her? But that's what I believe. I believe this is a huge elaborate plot to cover somebody like me up because of how impressive I am and how destined I am and how uh, designated, I guess I could say. Like I'm like these everything that I've talked about is fitting of my position. You know what I mean? It just is talking about Artanis from StarCraft. That's a good video to make too. I didn't bring that up. I gotta remember that. There's a connection between me and Artanis. I got possessed. He got possessed. I shot out red lightning. He shot out red lightning. I fought through it. He fought through it with the help of other people. With help from others. So there's a connection. I'm an alien. He's an alien. There's a connection between me and Artanis from StarCraft. And then I also talk about Antonidas and also how Tichondrius is real from World of Warcraft and Castle Wolfenstein because Nazis and Germans and SS and all that and that there's just things going on that I've made connections to that it doesn't really matter if you say yes or no or if you agree. Nobody gives a fuck about what you say. All I'm telling you is the way things are, just like they were, and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. You're not going to be in charge of Castle Wolfenstein because you're not going to fucking do shit with it like me. You're not going to be fucking taking over for Antonidas because you're not going to do shit like me. You're not a Sith. You're not going to be a Sith Lord because you're not going to do shit like me. You're not going to be a god because you're not going to do shit like me. You're not going to be royalty because you're not shit like me. You're not going to do shit like me. It's over. I was being covered up for every fucking reason you could think of. Because these guys want to depict what royalty is and just sit on their fucking asses all day long and have you fucking kiss it because that's the way it's being depicted here. That's not what royalty is, and that's how you get killed. If royalty does that, royalty should be killed. What have they done for like the last 20 years? They've sat on their ass all day long and bossed people around and told them what to do. That's because they're a fucking idiot and then they need to die. They need to be killed. All this other stuff that I've talked about, I've made a few connections to things that don't pertain to you. None of you are going to be in charge of Castle Wolfenstein. None of you are going to be replacing Antonidas. None of you are going to be allowing somebody else, because based on what here, to be a part of your life, like Artanis. Whenever it's that whole fucking situation's over, Artanis is going to be a part of my life. So there's going to be a point in time in my life where I'm going to be Artanis. And if you have respect for him, he's going to be me, then I highly suggest you're going to have respect for me, or else you're just going to look fucking stupid. We're not somebody different. We're the same person. So if these people all respect Artanis, then you better fucking wake up and realize that I'm being disrespected on purpose by a 6-foot bitch who can't go Super Saiyan for reasons like this, to discredit yourself for, again, what they're involved with, like little penis lizards and other coward ass assholes and losers who are liars and shit. Like, it's my situation's a big deal. I'm supposed to be involved in your life, and there are people who know that who have been lying about me the entire time to ruin your life because of me and my involvement in your life. So just wake up and figure it out that not everyone's your buddy and not everyone's your friend, and that there are complete fucking assholes who are complete pieces of fucking shit that no one cares about, who are complete liars, who I've been explaining to you the entire time. My entire videos since I deleted my channel, all my videos off my channel, because I'll talk about all my cryptocurrency stuff before I cracked Bitcoin. All of my videos up until this point have been nothing but just absolutely fucking just slaying motherfuckers. Just fucking slaying them. Okay? Again, PG-13. I'm not gonna like super duper cuss, but my videos are like 18 and older, gotta have a YouTube account, you gotta have, parental, not really parental consent, but like you gotta be 18 years old to watch my videos. And that's why I'm not getting any views and like I'm not blown up or taken off or whatever, but like all of my videos only talk about real stuff because I'm not like anybody else you've ever known about. None of your YouTubers are me. I'm Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, and I'm telling you, you're being lied to here. So that way you go and have sex with little dick coward lizards and all other shit to be against you. Oh, and then also too, maybe I should write these down because these are good videos. I also believe that there's a conspiracy here involving the Bible that doesn't involve what is talked about in the Bible, because that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about things that aren't talked about. Okay. The Bible, stories about the Bible says that God created man and woman, but before that he created the angels, right? Now, based off what I found out here about all these people pretending they're human beings, like Jeff Goldblum was saying, Cate Blanchett's an elf, all these witches, and Sharon Stone's a lizard. All these people are acting like they're people, but they're not. They're something else. I believe that there is an agenda here to be rude to human beings, to segregate them from the existence of other people, so that way Protoss, other aliens, other creatures, other creations look down upon somebody else. Like, predators are looked down upon human beings, or Kryptonians are looked down on human beings because of how oppressed they are, like they're intellectually inferior. Okay, the fucking reason why that's happening is because they're being lied to by the biggest pieces of shit I've ever seen in my life, and they're losing their lives for it. Okay, they're not going to be around ever again. Human beings have been lied to here a long time on this planet, and I'm exposing it. So there's no reason why, from this perspective here, that an extraterrestrial should be looking down upon human beings. They don't know they're fucking being lied to by like the biggest, like a huge group of fucking liars, and also like taking their money and doing stupid shit. Like, oh, I'm a human being and I'm doing all this dumb shit. Look, I'm a human being and I'm an idiot. Like, see what I'm saying? It's like, but you're not though. You're actually a fucking lizard, or you're actually a fucking demon, or you're actually you're something else, acting like you're a human being to make it seem like human beings are stupid asses because, because you're full of shit. Or like an elf looking down on human beings. It's like, I just caught you acting like you're a fucking human being, but you're really a fucking elf, Tom Hiddleston, Melkor, Chris Hemsworth, Toolkiss. I just caught you being acting like you're a human being, but you're really a fucking elf. So it's like examples like that. It's like, so if somebody's doing that, they can just run around and do like a bunch of dumb shit and make an ass of themselves, and that makes, one rotten apple, that makes all human beings look stupid. Like, oh, they're primitive. Okay, they're not fucking primitive at all, actually. I mean, I got told I was a fucking human being because apparently somebody around here thinks that fucking Tom Hiddleston is better than me. He's actually a fucking jackass. And unlike him, I punched out fucking rockets and cracked Bitcoin, and with Super Saiyan, and I'm fucking royalty, and ain't a fucking loser, and ain't a fucking dipshit. You the fuck are. Tom Hiddleston, fucking Melkor, Morgoth, whatever, dude, Melkor. You're the jackass. So I believe that there's a conspiracy here to make it seem like not just like the certain colors of people, like the ethnicity, culture, but people in general are like unworthy of knowing about things because they're primitive or they don't know enough. But the fucking reason why is because they're being fucking lied to by fucking people from other places, like all these dick suckers around here. If you were to ask Britney Spears right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year, if you were to ask her right now to sing and dance after making millions of dollars saying that, depicting her doing that in a way that benefits her most, like the producer is like, hey, you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Do it right now. No microphone, no makeup on, no nothing. No, do it right now to save your life. Because if you can't, it's game over. And you're going to watch her flop around like an idiot and nails on chalkboard sing and be like, wow, millions of dollars, huh? Tens of millions of dollars. And you can't even fucking do that for shit. You're a liar, and there's something going on here. There, I said it. There's something going on here. You have fucking over $100 million, and you can't even fucking sing or dance. You're a lying sack of shit. You can't even fucking do that on the spot. And yet I can explain how I cracked Bitcoin. I can go super. I can use the force. But you can't dance and sing. Pop star. Princess of pop. American singer on Wikipedia. And you can't even do that because it's all been set up to make sure that you're in the best light possible to be a big phony. And now you can't do that away from all that. And you look stupid. That's your fault, Britney Spears. That's your fault, Zelda. And nobody else's. So don't give me shit. Don't act like you're involved. Dude, you guys have no idea like how much I'm being harassed by these pieces of shit. Britney Spears has been popping up in my life multiple times. Like I'll be like scrolling through my phone, like just like looking at stuff every once in a while, and then like a video of her will pop up like staring like into the camera like a complete piece of shit, or like at me, or like pop up in magazines, and same thing with Sandra Bullock too. Like I'll scroll through my phone every once in a while, and then like I pick out of nowhere like just like a picture of her like just looking like a complete bitch, just like staring at me, like just staring at me, nothing else. Not saying like fuck you Vegeta or like just staring at me like an asshole, like I'm too good to stick my fucking dick in you. That's all you can do is just stare at me in absolute awe of my greatness. It is what it is, you know. We all can't be born perfect. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been like getting into since I saw Bitcoin. I mean, why not? If I didn't do this after solving Bitcoin, I'd be kind of a fucking schmuck, wouldn't I? I'd be kind of a loser, wouldn't I? I'd be like, is that all you did was solve Bitcoin? Actually, no. No. Are you ready for this entire mountain of shit that's along with that's along with me for cracking Bitcoin? It's fucking huge. It's like it puts Mount Everest to shame. It's like the biggest fucking mountain you've ever seen in your life, and it's also a active volcano ready to explode. There's like just something going on with me that like never happened before, and it just like I just keep laying it on thick, and just like it's got a lot to do with Sparta, and just man, it's like really good, you know, really good dick to fuck, and it's just like, oh, you're so clever and just so, you know, you're so interesting, and you're just so such a great person to have a conversation with, and you're just so funny and just so you know, interesting and so intelligent and all that stuff, and you know, it's just kind of how it goes, I guess. You know, you're just very witty, you know. You just I just know how to like keep it going to like, you know, keep somebody interested because girls don't want to fuck girls don't want to fuck someone who's boring, and they sure as fuck don't want to have sex with somebody who's not funny, and they don't want to have sex with someone who's a loser. That's literally all the dudes you guys have been having sex with the entire time. You just didn't know the dicks you were fucking are fake. Would you have sex with a guy who's actually got a baby dick and is a lizard with who has a fake penis, and other people and people know it too? Do you want to be known for that? Having sex with a guy with a fake dick and not I don't think so, right? Okay, cool, right on. So we're not all fucking idiots here, are we? So don't be insulting. Don't insult my intelligence because insulting my intelligence is insulting yours. I'm not against you. I might have a fucking attitude. I might feel like I'm better than you, but there's a fucking reason why. I can do things you can't. Just because I can do things you can't doesn't mean that you don't deserve to know what I know. There's a big difference. Well, I know what you know. Can you fucking fly? Can you go super? Can you use the force? Well, no. Then you can't fucking do what I do. And you're not going to do what the fuck it is I do. You're not going to fill a position that requires me just because you know what I know. You're going to get yourself killed. The answer is no. It's not happening. You'll just die. It'll come out in the wash eventually. Like, dude, this person is like completely unqualified for this fucking position. Well, that's because some jackass thought because this person knew what Vegeta knew could be in the position that Vegeta's in, which requires someone to fly. And now you got to take a bus to get there, a train, or whatever. Now you got to run. I can fucking fly. I'll get there faster than you. I'll do things you can't, and I'll get back before you ever even make it. So you're not going to ever do what I do. You can know what I know, so that you can like, you know, educate yourself and be wary and be more alert and be more mindful. But you're never going to fucking do what I do. And I already talked about this. You're not going to be a Sith Lord like me. You're not going to be replacing Antonidas like me. You're not going to have somebody like Artanis after what he's done, after his accomplishments, be a part of my life because my accomplishments are more than his. You think he's a fucking alien? Remember, he's joining this party after he kicks the bucket. I'm already somebody that's been chosen for him to be. I'm not being him; he's being me, which means that my exploits and my accomplishments are greater than his, and I'm a part of a more important purpose. But because he's an accomplished man, and because he's respectable and dependable and proven, he has been chosen to be a part of what I'm doing. I don't have a say in that. All I'm letting you know is that there are people being disgustingly fucking rude to me to like stop that from happening, like some fucking inbred lesbian that no one cares about, some fucking fake daughter of Zeus, Charlize Theron. Like, go mind your own business, lady. Yeah, we get it. You're a witch. Cool, right on. Get a job. You know. Anyway, that's just what I'm talking about. Okay, that's what's happening here. Antonidas is not going to be in your life. He's going to be in mine. Okay, you're not going to be a god. I'm a god. You can't do the things that I do. I've already done it. I'm just talking about what I've done. I'm not doing it. I've already done it. Those rockets that I punched out of my house shot 3 guys in the face at the same time and blew their heads off. And then we look into the Highlander, and you got to like decapitate somebody or destroy their head. I'm pretty sure, you know, in that movie they talk about swords, right? I'm pretty sure getting shot in the face with a telekinetic rocket called Gallic Gun is considered as decapitating or your head being destroyed. I'm sorry that I didn't use a fucking sword to do it. Last time I checked on Vegeta. Why would I fucking use a sword? I'll just shoot you in the face with my fist, which is what I did. You see what I'm saying? As like vampires are terrified, they're like, "Oh, only we have powers." Are you like fucking nuts? You literally got caught trying to cover me up, and you're gonna tell me that you have powers, only you have powers. You're literally talking to the fucking prince, the prime example of the Prince of Powers, the Prince of Power. I'm an extraterrestrial race that can do something others can't. Kryptonians can't go Super Saiyan. Viltrumites can't go Super Saiyan. You know, all these other aliens can't go Super. Saiyans can, and I did. So I don't know. This is just a problem that I'm dealing with on a daily basis, and I've done everything I've done, and I've seen nothing for it other than what I'm doing for myself. Nothing else. Apparently, the way it is around here, because the person in charge around here said so. Apparently, you got to be a big fat liar, a big total loser, a complete phony. Apparently, you just got to be a complete worthless piece of shit in order for you to walk around and not and then have that be lied about, and then you can run around and just talk about whatever you want, just whatever the fuck just comes fucking just barfing out of your mouth your entire life. You're allowed to do that because the objective is to lie to people here, and that's actually an insult because if you're doing that, that means you're a fucking idiot. That's not impressive. If you're walking around and you're a person like that, that means you're a jackass, and you're being used as a fucking complete idiot to be a part of an objective to lie to people while you're just living the greatest life ever. That makes you a moron, and that's why these people all have fake names. Jeff Goldblum's King Vegeta doing that. Britney Spears is Zelda doing that. Charlize Theron's Athena doing that. Natalie Portman is Padme Amidala doing that. Tom Hiddleston is Melkor doing that. Orlando Bloom is Legolas doing that. Kate Blanchett is Galadriel doing that. Selma Blair is Buttercup doing that. Jeremy Strong is that guy from Zelda doing that. Justin Timberlake is the guy from Zelda. See what I'm saying? So these names are running. These people, their name. These people aren't who you think they are, and neither are their names. And that's why that's why they're using these fake names to cover up that they're somebody else, and to also not have how embarrassing their life is be connected to who they really are. Because yeah, you know now that Britney Spears can't sing or dance, but you don't know that Britney Spears is actually somebody else whose name isn't Britney Spears. She's actually using that as like a firewall, or like a like a last effort to stop how embarrassing she is as Britney Spears from applying to or being a part of being who she really is, which is somebody else, Zelda. So Britney Spears can't sing or dance, and she's an embarrassing bitch. That means Zelda can't dance and is an embarrassing singer dance is an embarrassing bitch. And then also Britney Spears is a liar and a phony and involved with some gross shit and all this adrenochrome stuff. That means Zelda is a part of that. You see what I'm saying? So whatever this person, whatever name they're going by here, like Chi Chi's Lucy Liu, whatever that person's involved with, the person they really are is actually the person who's involved with that. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody's using adrenochrome and all this other stuff by that name here, and they got caught being somebody else, that means that the person they really are is doing it. So this is going to transcend into like fucking your life over who you really are. Lucy Liu, Chi Chi. You see what I'm saying? So if you're doing stupid shit under a fake name, it's going to apply to who you really are and your real name. Like, Monica Bellucci, Lust, Keanu Reeves, Roy Mustang. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm getting at here. And that's why I was told that I was Kikoa Brummagem and not Vegeta. So some fucking dumbass could be a complete bitch to me because she's jealous of me. Give me a fucking break, loser. Fuck you and fuck your family, Charlize Theron, Gina Carano, Hera, Elon Musk, Ares, George Carlin, Cronus, Sean Connery, Zeus, Amy Bailey, Madeline, whatever her name is. They're all there. Gerard Butler. That's all who they are. Lena Headey, Circe, also named Gorgo. Leonidas' wife, her fucking name was Gorgo. Look it up. The lady from 300? Yeah, that's actually Circe, but her name, Leonidas' wife's name was Gorgo. Okay, look into Greek mythology. Who are the enemy to guys, to people? Gorgons. They like turn into stone and stuff. They have like snakes for hair. Okay, her fucking name was Gorgo. That's one letter off from being Gorgon. Everybody. Oh, her name's just Gorgo. Anything weird about that? Nothing weird about that? No, it's totally normal. That totally checks out. Okay, you know what, dude? You got issues. This guy's a fucking idiot. You're not a part of the crew. You're not a part of the game. You can't hang, dude. You can't hang. No, you can't hang. You can't hang. You couldn't even figure out that Leonidas receiving his speech at night while the fucking bitch giving it to him was barking like a dog wasn't a message from Apollo. Because they said that the Oracle at Delphi is a bark is the Oracle at Delphi receives her messages from Apollo. Well, Apollo is a sun god, right? Right. That means he's awake during the day, right? Right. He guides the sun, right? What the fuck is he doing at night? He's probably sleeping. Probably sleeping. And she's barking like a dog. Are dogs associated with Apollo? Well, no. Then who are dogs associated with? Probably Hecate. Hecate. And her favorite animal is the gerbil. It's the dog. It's the dog. And she's also known for being out at night because she uses torches. She uses torches. So then why the fuck would you use a torch during the day? Oh, I get it. I'm a dumbass. I'm a pawn. I'm a part of it. I'm a part of the problem. I'm in your way. I'm in your way, Vegeta. Yeah, you are. You're in my fucking way. You're in my way. You're in my way. Now, after all that check, and then the Athenians leave, and now Charlie Theron's a huge ass lizard bitch here, and lizards are all rich and have lots of them, and the Persians are all rich and had lots of them. So with all that being said, does Gorgo being connected to Gorgon check out to you? No. There you go. There you go. You can know what I know, but you're never gonna fucking do what I do. And that's final. You're never gonna do what I do. You can be as jealous all you want. It ain't gonna change that for me, the truth at all. This entire life was the attempt to discredit what I just said. I'm just gonna cover you up, and you're not gonna, and then you're not gonna exist, and all you're not gonna cover what the lies here, and women are gonna keep getting fucked by fake lizard dicks, says Sandra Bullock, because she's a disgusting fucking piece of shit, a disgusting bitch. The fuck, dude? Well, good thing you're into that, and I'm not. I'm not a fucking idiot. If I was into that, I deserve to die. And you know who is? Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum knows everything that I know, and he didn't say shit about it. In fact, he convinced himself that it's worth getting paid money for. Like he knows so much more than you do. What a fucking jackass. Don't ever call yourself my fucking dad ever again. You lying sack of fucking 6-foot shit. Don't ever call yourself my dad. And as a matter of fact, don't call yourself Paul Rubens' dad either, because he's terrible. I don't need you in my he doesn't need you in my life, and neither the fuck do I. Asshole. You weren't there for him, Jeff Goldblum. No, the fuck you weren't. You weren't there for him. You were too busy running around like a fucking jackass, worrying about your own fucking dick, and worrying about some fucking pet fucking weasel from sorry, too loud. Worry about some fucking pet weasel from Naboo. Because you brought Natalie Portman here to lie about herself just like you. Because you walk around like you're so fucking awesome, and nobody knows you're not a fucking Jew. Well, guess what, asshole? You and her are both fucked. Do I make myself clear? Do I make myself clear, Jeffrey Lynn Goldblum? You brought your fucking pet weasel here to do exactly what you're doing, get her pussy wiped, and now you and her are both fucked. Period. That's exactly what you did. Brought a fucking bitch here on a planet to a planet that you don't come from, and neither does she. And you want to walk around like you're so fucking awesome? Your ass is in the fucking sling, and so is she. And you can't go super, and she can't use the force. The fuck you gonna do? Spend money. You're gonna pay people not to do something to you. Pay me. You pay me enough money, I won't fucking slap you around. I promise. I'm just kidding. I'll still slap the fuck out of you. I don't give a fuck how much you pay me. I don't care. I don't care how big that check is. I'll still slap the fucking dog shit out of you. So anyway, welcome to Earth, and that's what you're born into. Your lives are only so long. You don't know about the history of this place, but you're being caught up to speed in one lifetime. Some of you are only 20, some of you are only 30, some of you are only 40, some of you are only 50, some of you are only 60. How could you ever be expected to know what I know about this place, not being who I am? I'm the Prince of all Saiyans, and I'm the God of Mu. Either you listen to what I'm telling you, or you're fucking yourself over completely, and it's your fault. You would rather listen to Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and all these other people that's like, but they're so famous. Yeah, but what if what if Dungeons and Dragons are real? I just told you about all these people here from other places, and you want to keep listening to sports celebrities like uh, Dennis Rodman, who's actually a lizard. What if Dungeons and Dragons are real? And because of how thick-headed you are, or how oblivious you are, or how unwilling to accept and understand the truth you are, you're not allowed to participate in it. Because you're not going to just be shoved into it because, oh, people feel bad, or oh, it's, oh, it's a pity party. Fuck, there's a reason why I'm alive. Either you make it or you don't. There's none of this favoritism shit. Well, I'm the daughter of so and so, and I'm the fucking niece of so and so, and I'm the fucking son of so and so. You either are a part of it and believe it's real. You either know for a fact that this is a lie and that's real and that's why you're a part of it, or you're done, and it's their fault, not anybody else's. I'm telling you, things like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that are real, is real. They're telling you it's not, and taking your money for it, and having your pussy holes get fucked by losers' dicks at the same time. Yes, it's the truth. A lizard with a fake penis, ladies and gentlemen, is a fucking loser. And don't you forget it. Okay? Good video. I like what I'm doing. This is like actually really enjoyable. It's like therapy, like for free. And it's like really good, but like no one's watching my videos because you're all like worried about dumb shit. I don't care. When I talk out loud, there are people listening to me as I speak. They're listening to what I'm saying. So as I'm talking to you out loud, people are hearing me talk who are like deceased or somewhere else. They're listening to what I have to say, and it's been this long process of whether or not am I a credible source. To this point, at this point, yes, I am. Up until this point, after everything I've done to this point, yes, I am a credible source. I have literally bowled in some cases, in some scenarios, 10 out of fucking 10. I have never bowled anything less than 9 out of 10. Now, 9 out of 10 in some cases is like, well, there's still, a room for error, and I understand that. But in some scenarios, I've bowled nothing but 10 out of 10. Okay? I'm a very credible source. And the things that I'm talking about, if are true, is catastrophic for a lot of people, including yourself, if you're listening to me talking. Not just in this YouTube video, but like listening to me talking, like with your mind and stuff. It's a big deal. I'm a very credible source. And I'm soon about to be Antonidas too, or Antonidas from StarCraft is soon to be about me. Is about to be me, soon to be me. And he's also a highly accomplished person, but you don't see me being him. You see him being me. So I guess that means I'm more of an alien than he is. I'm more rural than he is. I have more responsibility than he does. I'm more important than he is. I'm more needed than he is. But that doesn't mean that he's not irrelevant. It just means that he's been chosen because of what he's done to be a part of what I'm doing. It's an honor. It's not a disrespect. It's not a being rude or irrelevant. One out of eternity. You've been chosen to be something that nobody else is being chosen to do. To live the life and continue forward as yourself, as somebody else, and as somebody else, as yourself and somebody else at the same time, having the same respect as you are, as having the same respect being shown to Cameron Blaze Kakoa Brummagem as it would be to you, Artanis. That kind of thing. And that's what I'm talking about here. It's not an insult or anything. It's a privilege because of based off how accomplished you are worthy of doing something like this. And I'm not a fucking schmuck. I'm not a loser. I can use the Force. I'm Emperor of the Universe, the God of Mu, and I went Super Saiyan. And among other things, I have a lot of accomplishments and a lot of accolades. It's not an insult. It's a continuation of the story. It's an exciting. It's a very honorable and respectful continuation of the story involving you, not your buddy, not your sister, not your auntie, not your uncle, not somebody else you know, not your buddy, not your friend. You, because of what you've done. You get to do this. Okay? That's how exciting this is. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call the video. I don't want to blab for too long. I mean, no one's watching my videos anyway. I don't know why, but whatever. Anyway, God bless you. Take care. And, if you do stumble upon my videos, watch from my very first video up until now, and understand and know that people are listening to me knowing that I'm not a liar, and not listening, knowing that I'm not crazy, and are listening to every word I say like it's gospel, and they're like writing it down, and they're putting it down, and they're using it to make sure that they don't get fucked over, and that reality isn't lied about, because I'm uncovering lies here that were critical to existence, to reality. Okay, this is a lie. And in order to understand what the truth is, you have to understand this is a lie. So this isn't real. It's irrelevant. It's not worth putting any energy to. Tom Brady's not going to go off and do something that's more important than what I'm doing. I'm famous. You're not. That kind of thing. Because people like me are being covered up. Had I not been covered up by a dumbass, it'd be different. Maybe it wouldn't be so stupid here. But someone's a complete fucking chicken shit, and I think someone's got a little ass fucking dick and a total pussy. Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat, who's also a lizard. I haven't even talked about that yet, about Shao Kahn and Mortal Kombat, and what that connection. You know, a lot of the stuff that I ramble, a lot of stuff that I kind of like, you know, hit. I haven't made videos yet for, but I'm talking about it in this video, so that's what matters. I feel like a huge person behind another besides Oa. A lot of people had a hand to play, had an incentive to cover me up, had a motive to cover me up, and all wanted to be in league with each other, but not have anybody be tied to one another or be caught or be found out to be together, like Shao Kahn and King Vegeta and Oa and vampires and witches and all this other shit. Apparently, they all had a huge hand to play and cover me up, and didn't want anyone knowing that they're all a part of it together, but yet they're all depicted here on the same planet. So how would you not be a part of it together? Justice League is here on Earth. Dragon Ball Z is here on Earth. You know, Grimoires are here on Earth. You know, Mortal Kombat's here on Earth. And I punched out rockets. It's a thing. Mortal Kombat's about shooting out projectiles. You know, no weapons. It's all like, you know. Again, that's a good note to end. So when I say that you can know what I know, but you can't do what I do. If I were to participate in something like Mortal Kombat, that's because I just demonstrated and showed that I just did powers. Okay, so if you were to like believe your own lies, like you're so amazing, you're gonna go do what I do and then get yourself killed because somebody else has powers and they're not just gonna pull their punches on you, they're gonna fucking kill you to make you look stupid. So if I go do Mortal Kombat, you're not gonna fucking do Mortal Kombat just because you know what I know. I just said you can't do what I do. You're not gonna punch out rockets like I did. You're not gonna go Super Saiyan like I did. You're not gonna do anything like I did. So when I go and do something that you're not doing, that's because I can fucking do something that you can't fucking do. That's it. End of story. Well, that makes you more famous than me, and you'd be talked about. No shit, Sherlock. Is that why? Isn't that why you covered me up in the first place? Because you're a fucking phony who can't do a goddamn thing. Britney fucking Spears and all the other people. Isn't that the whole point of covering me up? Because you can't do what I do, and what I do makes me more talked about and famous and more known and more jealous and all that other shit. Isn't that like a reason why you did this? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, like this reason, that reason, this reason. It always adds up to being jealous to being jealous bitches, and that's it. So anyway, I gotta take this phone call. Someone's calling me. God bless you. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, I'll make one tomorrow.